So let me tell you all a quick story about Vice News. Remember Vice News? I know, they don't matter. I allowed them to come and do a piece on me in the war room about 7 months ago now. I knew it would be a hit piece, of course. I'm a professional. But I also knew anyone with a brain would see through the hit piece and see the beauty of the war room and want to join. So I allowed them to come do a hit piece. And then I got interviewed by Piers Morgan. Ah, look, they're calling. It's our friends from Vice, but he can wait. Then I got interviewed by Piers Morgan, and he came at me hard, and all of the comments were saying, bro, Tate's a G. The Matrix tries to tell the world that everyone hates me, but the truth is, everyone actually loves me. So when Piers tried to come for me hard, expecting to be a hero, he was actually attacked, and he felt like, oops, I made a mistake, which stopped Vice releasing their hit piece. Because they called me and said, hey, still calling. They called me and said, hey, we want to film some more. We feel like we didn't get the other side of the story. Basically, we want to undo the hit piece and do the fair journalism we were supposed to do in the first place. Because now we realize making a hit piece on you doesn't work out well for us. Then I went to jail because I got Matrix attacked. And they thought, he's a bad guy now, we can do a hit piece. And they released a hit piece. And nobody believed it. And just like I said, everyone saw through it, saw it was garbage, to the point where Vice had to turn the comments off because everyone was insulting them. They even falsely edited me stuttering. When have you ever seen me stutter on any video ever? To try and make me look frustrated, like I've been caught out by this dork called Matt. So they released a hit piece, and it was totally detrimental for them. Nobody believed them. Bombed their reputation even worse. Vice used to be something, and now they're completely off the deep end. Nobody gives a shit about them. Complete Matrix propaganda. So then I get released from jail. And now, Matt from Vice is begging me for another interview. Calling me every day, begging me. Please, please, please. So I've decided, because I'm such a nice man, most people have a hit piece done about them, and they don't talk to that organization anymore. But I'm so nice, I'm going to have a conversation with Vice News. We're going to talk to them. We're going to talk to Matt, and message him. Again, I said, an instruction. Again, like a little dog. So we're going to wait for Matt to call us, and we're going to hear what Matt has to say about the fact that they were dishonest, and they weren't particularly good at, oh look, again, please, Mr. Tate. Geeks. Well, if it isn't Matt.
Andrew, hey.
Mr. Honest Journalism.
Yeah, that's how I like to think of myself. How are you? Are you in your house?
It's a shame nobody else thinks of you that way, Matt. That's why you have to turn off the comments on your little video.
Are you at home? Congrats on your being released under house arrest.
Thank you.
What do you think is next?
Well, it's a beautiful reality, Matt. It's a beautiful life, and I'm clearly one of God's chosen ones. And I'm here to spread a positive message and continue with my mission to prevent the degeneracy which is purported by organizations like Vice, drug taking, and other forms of pornography, a bunch of other stuff you lot are involved in. I'm here to combat it, and I'm going to lead people to the truth and to the light, and we're all going to be better people and have a better society for that. And I think you learned that when you turn the comments off in your little video, that most people understand I'm a force for good, and that hit pieces don't really work because you've lost all credibility in the mainstream matrix mechanisms of the media, unfortunately for you.
I actually have no say of whether the comments are on or not, but I think they were turned off because the women were getting harassed.
Is that your excuse?
Well, that's what I think is the reason that they were turned off for. But anyway, regardless, I mean, look, the main reason I'm calling is I want to see whether you were up for doing another interview, not for Vice, but for the BBC.
Why would you want to interview me? I'm a bad person, I thought, according to your little story.
Well, I just try to report both sides of every story, so...
Oh, you do both sides? Is that how you think you work?
Yeah, well, that includes your side as well. So, you know, it was obviously difficult to interview you while you were in jail. Now you're out, you know, we can actually have a chance to hear your side of things.
Problem is, Matt, everyone on the planet wants to interview me. So the question is, why would I choose you when I have unlimited offers from people who are far more successful and better than you at the job? Because I'd be doing, and I'm not trying to disrespect you, I'm being honest. I'd be doing you a favor. Like, Matt, what's your last name? Shay. That name didn't matter until it was associated to mine. You do an interview with me, you matter for a little bit, but I can do an interview with anyone. So why would I do an interview with you? And this is genuinely a question. It's not an insult. I'm actually asking you why I would choose you when I have unlimited offers on the table.
Because we have a history.
We have a history of you doing dishonest journalism on me, so I would choose you. Interesting.
Any journalist that you speak to is going to ask you the similar questions to the ones I asked you.
I have no problem with your questions. Questions are not a problem.
The reason that I want to do an interview with you, and of course you can do an interview with anyone you want, and you know, that's entirely your choice. I'm just, you know, one of the many people asking you, I guess, but we have a history and we got cut short last time, and there are still unanswered questions that I want to put to you. I can only tell you why I want to interview you, you know? Ultimately, it is your choice.
It is my choice, isn't it? I get to choose which reporter in the world, all these reporters who want to say bad things about me, I get to choose which reporter on the planet gets to become relevant via proxy because I am the most relevant person and I get to do the charitable act of allowing somebody to sit next to me and ask me questions. It's kind of interesting. I need to think heavily about it. I can't just give out such a fantastic opportunity to disingenuous nobodies. It's something I need to think about. Do you work for the BBC now or do you work for yourself?
I'm an independent contractor, but it has to be broadcast somewhere, and I think the BBC is where it would go. But one thing I would say though is, I spoke to the sartorial shooter, and he said that one of the things you might want is the chance to film it and record it yourself.
Oh, you mean so you can't edit in stutters like you did with Vice to pretend that I was stuttering when I was answering questions? Is that why?
I don't know what you're referring to.
Yes, you do, Matt.
The algorithm to make you become more famous and more viral.
I'm not an expert on algorithms for social media platforms. I do not have most of them installed on my phone. I cannot control what a 15-year-old Singaporean decides to do when he chops me up and calls me names. I can't control that, and I wouldn't try to.
When you search for your...
And I wouldn't try to.
When you search for your name in Google, what are the associated terms? Why then have the Romanian police said the investigation is ongoing?
I'm not sure where you got that information from. I'm not sure who said it. Is there some kind of procedure that must be completed? I don't know.
There has been a lot of bad...
Procedure that must be completed? I don't know.
There has been a lot of bad...
I can't control that, and I wouldn't try to.
When you search for your...
Procedure that must be completed? I don't know.
There has been a lot of bad...
Let's be honest with each other. We have a history. We're friends now. Don't lie. Stutters were edited in to try and make it look like you stumped me with your asinine questions, which of course is absolutely impossible.
I honestly don't know what you might be referring to is sometimes we cut to B-roll of someone's face when we're editing an interview, because, you know, we spoke for almost an hour, but it gets cut down to only a few minutes. So there are going to be some edits, and we are going to need to cut to your face at some point.
You dishonestly edited. Okay, we agree.
Well, we edit. I would say we don't dishonestly edit it, but the idea that we would just release an hour-long unedited interview doesn't really make sense, right? Because the whole documentary is only 45 minutes. So, anyway, but the point is, I can't stop you filming in your own home, releasing whatever you want to release, editing it however you want to edit it. I can't stop you doing that. So if that's what you want to do, then you obviously can do it. And then, when people say, oh, Matt, you've unfairly edited this or whatever, you can say, well, here's the full unedited version.
You're right. I can film our interview to protect myself from your dishonest journalism. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm going to think about it, Matt, because I'm the one who matters here. I can sit down with fucking Peter, with Big Bird, Oscar the Grouch. I can sit down with anybody and it'll be the most viewed podcast or interview in the world. So I'm going to think about it.
That's true.
Would you bring me a box of chocolates?
I can bring you a box of chocolates.
If you promise to bring me a box of chocolates, that will increase your chances. And I'll give you an answer within 24 hours. But you have to promise me, Matt. Don't lie to me.
I'll check with my superiors whether I can send you a box of chocolates.
Well, then you check with your boss. You go into your boss's room and ask if you're allowed to spend a large portion of your salary on a 5-pound box of chocolates, and you let me know. And if you can, then I will strongly consider allowing you the opportunity to speak with me.
Are you asking all the journalists to bring you a box of chocolates?
You let me know about the chocolates, Matt. Have a nice day.
Okay.
Right. So, now Matt's going to come back and tell me he's going to buy me a box of chocolates. What Matt doesn't know is that because he's a dishonest journalist, if he agrees to the chocolates, I'll agree to the interview. But I'm not going to show up. What we're going to do is record him standing around waiting for an interview with my box of chocolates. You see, isn't the world beautiful? Vice do a hit piece on Tate. Tate goes to jail. We got him! Release the hit piece! He's in jail! He's never getting out! God releases me. Vice, Matt, BBC, whoever, Matrix agent number 399 begs for another interview, and I end up with chocolates. It's kind of like I never lose.
A few moments later.
Hello, Matt.
I can bring you a box of chocolates.
That's great. Here we are. See, I went to jail. Everyone said Tate's over. His life's done. He's going to go to jail. Turns out I was totally innocent. I've been let free. And now I get chocolates from Vice. Life's looking good.
From the BBC.
Oh, even from the BBC, it's even better. They got bigger budgets. Don't let me down, Matt. Don't be cheap.
So, when works for you?
How soon can you get the chocolates?
As soon as you want.
I'm pretty hungry. Assuming the chocolates are procured, what day is it today? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, something like that. Assuming the chocolates are ready, but it depends who you're going to come with because I need to talk to my lawyer on house arrest, blah, blah.
Friday works. If I need to get permission to visit you from the police, I'm sure I can do that. I can probably do that.
Alan, my lawyer, can handle all that. How many of you are coming?
It would just be 3 people. Me and 2 crew.
You and 2 crew. Okay, let me talk to my lawyer and I'll get back to you.
Okay, great. Hopefully see you soon.
Hopefully.
All right.
Gotcha, bitch!
Several days later.
Is Andrew coming out to meet us?
Yeah, who are you?
Matt.
This is Matt, and he looks.
From the BBC?
Alright, I'm gonna let him know.
Okay, great.
Be right back.
Thanks.
Okay.
Good morning.
And you want breakfast?
Yeah, I'll have breakfast because I've got a very important interview today. Breakfast. A very important interview today with a very renowned, esteemed, well-known journalist called Matt Shea. Yeah. As you can see, I'm dressed for the occasion.
I love that shade.
I think you can see him stand outside my house right there.
With his film crew.
With his film crew.
That's interesting.
Where is he? Here he is. Here he is up. Please, can I have another interview? Please. Geek! Geek! What a dork! Imagine going to school as a kid.
Okay.
And everyone's like, you're a geek.
Okay.
You're a nerd.
Okay.
You're a dork. And then you grow up. And they were right. That's Matt Shay's reality.
I watched one of his interviews about a drug in Colombia. And he was sniffing cocaine in the interview, talking about how the drug people aren't actually that bad. They're the same as the cocaine people. But then he does hit pieces on good people.
Christian, he is a dork, a nerd, and a geek. DNG.
He's DNG!
DNG.
I haven't heard of it. I haven't seen a DNG in person.
And you know what's amazing?
What?
His stupid ass didn't do what me and you would have done. Jump on a jet and fly somewhere. No. He went to the airport, checked in, Wizz Air, economy, put all his bags on the thing, quickly, let's wait in line for security. Went through all that shit at 4 a.m. this morning to come here and stand outside my house like a dickhead.
I wonder how much of his annual salary this cost.
Well, what do you call him? I'll let him know I'm having my breakfast. So he has to fucking wait. Just call me, he certainly will. He's still there. Did he have chocolate?
Andrew, can I say what? Sorry. Why is he here?
To do it?
About?
How about the most famous man in the world, the most influential man in the world who owns the culture, the person who's going to save planet Earth, me. And of course, I decided to choose an interview with him to boost his career because he was so honest the last time I gave him a chance.
So this is Vice episode 2.
Yes, it is. But this time, woo! It's gonna be great.
DNG.
He's the DNG man.
That's not the interview. You can't just dance.
This is my interview. This is all I have to say to him. Woo!
So I spoke with Andrew. He said he's tired right now.
Okay.
And like to give him his chocolate.
Give him his chocolate.
Yep.
Okay, well, can you tell him we can give it to him once we're sat down to do the interview?
He wants the chocolate now.
He wants the chocolate now?
Yep.
Okay, because I'm a little bit worried that he's just gonna, brag about us bringing him chocolate on Twitter and not actually do the interview.
I don't know. You
So-
have to bring the chocolate first.
Okay, so is he too afraid to come out and say it himself?
No, he's just tired. He's having
tired.
his breakfast now.
Okay, could you do me a favor? Could you ask him if he's scared of doing an interview with us?
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
Yep. So he asked you if you are scared to go out and talk to him.